Hello and welcome back to Off The Crossbar with myself, Regan Walsh, and as ever, Brad, for this Euro 2020, a year late, Euro 2021 preview show. And on this, we will be looking at who we think will be the favourites for the tournament, the underdogs, biggest underachievers, and players to watch, and much more. We're now just a few days away from the tournament, and it is exciting times ahead.
Oh, the excitement's real. Like the leading week into a major tournament is always a good one.
Yeah, like, the rest of the world might be crap and rubbish might be going on, but I don't care. It's the week of the Euros, and
We've needed this 1 year late, but it's nice to see it's finally here.
Yeah,
Football is coming home. The music is on repeat. World in Motion is on repeat.
you've got to hold on and do it at the right time.
So, see, I'm going to stop you. You embarrassed yourself literally in the first 3 words. It's not even it.
What is it?
Oh, do you want me to do the full rendition? I mean,
No thanks. What the full rendition?
no, I'm not going to do it because you have to pay for that. You got to hold again. You said something completely different.
Okay, whatever. Anyway,
So we're not
you're
going to
gonna
spend 10 minutes trying to wait for you to get the words to all of John Barnes' rap.
Yes.
Stick to 3 lines.
3 lines on the shirt.
Even
Jules
Vindaloo. You can have
Remedy's
Vindaloo instead.
Vindaloo is my favourite curry. Yes, so predictions time. Wow, we've got some good teams at this Euros. Good youthful squads as well. We've been just looking at our England squad. Good young squad to look forward to. Italy got a youthful squad compared to their previous Euros. At Spain squad, we never know what Spain are going to turn up. And obviously, you've got to look at the current World Cup champions, France. I mean, that is just an excellent looking squad. And they've managed to add Karim Benzema to the act as well.
Like, just, it's not normal. But
Yeah.
can't forget the Germans as well. I think
Yeah.
Portugal as well can't be looked too far looked past.
I mean, they are the current holders of the Euros.
5 years ago.
I mean, not their fault. It was 5 years ago.
I mean, somehow they won that tournament. No, I'm a bit baffled to this day how much Ronaldo carried them.
It wasn't even that, because weren't they like one of them was like
because it was the first year of that third place thing, and then they did finish third. It's a bit wrong, really. They're the worst winners of a tournament ever.
Yeah, and then Adair scores the winner after Ronaldo gets injured in the final.
All people.
Fucking just thinking back to that now, how on earth did they win that tournament?
Admittedly, that Euros wasn't great, was it?
No, it wasn't.
As an England fan, it was awful, and then quality-wise, it was just a bit meh.
Yeah, like compared to
this
2012.
This year, I have no doubts.
Yeah, the 60th anniversary of the European Championships. It's going to be an absolute classic. Right, we'll start off with our few favourites then for the tournament. I mean, we mentioned a few of them a few minutes ago, but we'll go into a bit more depth. We'll start off, obviously, with ourselves, England, the home nation. Very good squad that Southgate selected. Young squad, got some good young players in there, the likes of Jude Bellingham, Mason Mount, Phil Foden. Very good squad. Obviously, you got your usual Harry Kane going to be leading the line. So yeah, it could be a promising tournament. Build on hopefully the goodness of the 2018 World Cup. Is a
That's the thing, because we should be aiming to build on that.
Yeah.
Like anything less is regression.
100%. And
in my mind, I've set the bar of quarterfinals. Anything less, get rid.
Yeah, I have to agree. Yeah, go back to working in M&S. Where they sell new waistcoats. Let's hopefully we don't have to see that.
But you'll find it's Primark.
Oh.
But then
Either
again,
way, I don't
other stores are available.
Either way, I don't want to be seeing Gareth Southgate as England manager for much longer. Even if we do win this Euros, I don't want to see Gareth Southgate as England manager.
Even if we somehow won this Euros and he becomes a legend, he should just quit there. You're not going to get any higher. Just leave.
Yeah.
You've done your moment. Now piss off.
You do my head in as England manager already. I think ones to watch in that England squad, I think obviously you've got to say Harry Kane because he's just coming off the back of a phenomenal Premier League season where he finished top goal scorer and top assister. I think Mason Mount coming into his own this year had an incredible year, and be interesting to see how Southgate has him playing in this squad. And then the likes of Foden and Sancho as well, both had incredible years.
There is one name. One name.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Sorry, that was my bad there. I don't know why that's popped up.
So, does she just not know Sancho? Is that...
Yeah. There we go, sorted it out.
And Phil Foden and Jadon Sancho are great. Sorry, I don't know those ones. Bitch.
Jack Grealish. Incredible game for England.
I want to back him.
Romania.
Yeah. We know he's the best player on his day. But how much time is he actually going to see on that pitch?
I don't think, for me, I don't see him getting much time. Although he has been given England's number 7, and obviously when you get given that number, you'd expect high amount of minutes. But did Gareth Southgate really want to pick him?
He's only put him in these friendlies as like a big hope that someone would give him a kick and injury. It wouldn't surprise me if that was just cunningly, just thinking, oh, you couldn't have need him a bit more.
Yeah.
Now with those friendlies, he has no choice.
Oh yeah, but whether he will do is another thing. England's group, you've got to say one of the favourites. She finished top of the group. Obviously, they've got Croatia, Scotland, Czech Republic. Like you said, I think quarterfinals has to be the minimal they target. Anything else has to be deemed a failure there.
Yeah, and I would encourage people to watch our predictions, because if we don't get past the quarterfinals, he needs to be sacked in the middle of Wembley Stadium itself.
Yes,
the crowd.
And you can find out more on what Brad said regarding that second, like you said, on our predictions. Next up, we're going to have a look at this Italy squad. It's a lot different to what it has been in the past. Quite youthful looking. And
would you put them amongst the favourites?
On paper, yes, but at the same time, it's Italy, and I know what they're like, so I can't. That's the thing. I know on our predictions.
This Italy is like. They're a slight unknown quantity. They're in a bit of a massive building job that so far is going pretty well, but now they're facing quality opposition. Yeah,
and major tournaments in recent years is where Italy have flopped. I mean, this is going to be their first tournament since 2016. Didn't qualify for the 2018 World Cup, so they're in the rebuilding process under Roberto Mancini, but it could be something that has the potential to be the start of something promising. But can they do something? I'm not too sure. I mean,
you look at the players like Nico Barella, Immobile.
Yeah.
Is Chiesa Italian?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Federico Chiesa is in there. You've obviously got Donnarumma.
Insigne
as well. Yeah, like they're good players, but can they play together as a squad? And that's where they could be their own downfall.
Yeah, like they're the team that intrigues me, not the most.
Yeah, I have to agree. I don't know what I'm expecting of them, but at the same time, I'm not expecting much of. Next, we'll head on to the current world champions. France. For me, I think they're going to be the favourites heading into this tournament.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
I mean, it's like that whole squad just to look at is absolutely incredible. I mean, you got the likes of Pogba, Kante, Griezmann, Varane in there. Benzema's been called back.
France for a while lacked the striker because they don't play Mbappe as a striker.
Yeah,
I mean, completely. You've just added Benzema to it.
Yeah.
What?
Like the depth of this squad. I mean, I'm even looking at some of the players with the higher numbers. You got Luca Hernandez, Wissam Ben Yedder, who's had a great year. Leo Dubois is a good defender from Lyon. Jules Koundé, up and coming star. Marcus Thuram as well. Like this France squad depth is absolutely insane.
Yeah, you want to know? Just look at those who have been left out.
Yeah, it's this could be a really good tournament for this French side. And
it's just hard not to back them.
Yeah.
Considering how, let's be honest, if the France that we saw in the group stage as World Cup turn up, then it may be a little bit different. But if we see knockout stages France, it's they piss it.
Yeah, it's going to be their tournament for the taking. It's going to walk to Wembley and lift that trophy up. Next, we're going to look at a team in their group and current European champions, Portugal. Again, a good squad. They got the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, João Felix in there. Like, it's a good squad.
Yeah, it isn't the thing with Portugal that it's how they set up. Because you can't, isn't it that you can't play Bruno Fernandes and Bernardo Silva?
Yeah, they're just
it's
too
timing,
similar.
It's taming the egos, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think, personally, I can't even say they overachieved. They overachieved at the Euros by winning it. Yeah, and I don't even think that could have aside. I mean, I can't remember how they got on in the World Cup in 2018, but I don't think they did that well.
I can't remember off the top of my head either, but...
And obviously they're the current Nations League champion.
Last 16, they got knocked out by Uruguay.
Yeah, that's the thing. They've got promising players in this squad, but there's just something about me that I think they could be one of the teams.
Quality for quality. This is one of the better Portugal teams since that old generation. The squad that we looked at when we were young and went, "Oh my God, how has this team never won anything?"
Yeah,
the likes of Maniche, Deco,
Figo as well.
Like that top quality nostalgia Portugal team. This is the best quality they've had.
Yeah, but I think we could be looking at this current squad and be like, yeah, you've won the last Euros, but I think they could underperform here. But again, they do have that potential where they could surprise us and go all the way and get to the final. That's the thing.
We all know what Ronaldo could do.
Yeah.
I'll get into that more later, but you just never know.
I think that's the thing with Group F is they've got three of the teams, and more specifically Germany and France, where Germany and Portugal, sorry, not France, where they could go one or two ways. They do incredibly, and we look at them and go, okay, this is a really good German team for the future. This Portugal team has done well to win their last two European Championships. Or they could go the other way, like, these are actually one of the worst teams that we've seen in recent history, and like, how do you do so well in qualifying, but then poorly at the tournament?
It's a case of, we have the weapons. Look at our arsenal of weapons. It's glorious. Does anyone know how to use them? Does anybody know how to use these weapons? Because I don't.
Yeah, you couldn't have summed it up any better. Obviously, Germany as well now.
But the squad itself is unreal, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I look at this mindset of Joachim Low coming out and saying, yeah, I'm finished after this tournament. I don't think that is wise.
I don't think he really cares as to what happens in this tournament, does he?
Yeah, that's the feeling I get with Germany. Like, I don't feel like it's there for them. But it's the Germans, so you have to back them. Yeah,
that's the thing. Like, you could easily write them off because of what we just said, but then you look at some of their key players: Ilkay Gundogan, Kai Havertz, Tony Kroos, Thomas Muller, Timo Werner. Like, on paper, that squad could go far, and at the same time, if they were to win it, you wouldn't be surprised because of the quality of players. But at the same time, it would be kind of a shock.
Yeah, I understand. The World Cup just keeps coming in the memory now. It's there. They've painted themselves now as with that possibility of just bottling it.
I don't think they've done their transition period very well. Like this transition period of getting rid of some of the players and bringing in the youth. I think Joachim Löw handled this dreadfully.
We all know what the answer should be. Joachim Löw should have left after the World Cup.
Yeah.
Then you got two. Well, it would have been two. They'd have thought they'd had 2 years to rebuild, same way Italy have done.
Yeah.
Your next era of players, and they've still got very good young players in there. as evidence they've just won the Euro Under-21s Championship.
Yes.
So I think they've mismanaged massively, and it could cost them.
Yep. Any more favourites you've got?
Just purely on the massive depth of this squad, the quality, you kind of have to put Belgium up there as well.
Yeah, I think for me though, this is this Belgium squad's last chance to do anything good. I mean, I was saying it for nigh a decade now. Like the upcoming Belgium squad could do really well at Euro 2016 and beyond because like they were a very good young squad, and now they're all very experienced. You got to say it is a chance for them to do well, but I think it's like a last chance balloon for them.
Yeah, because the likes of Lukaku, De Bruyne, Hazard, if he somehow finds his old form back,
yeah,
it's almost potentially their last tournament. They might do the World Cup.
I mean, because the World Cup's
in.
only 12 months away, or a little over 12 months away. But you think to Euro 2024, which is in Germany, so that's 3 years from now. Lukaku would be 31, Hazard 33, De Bruyne, he'll be 34 roughly.
Fellaini will be in his 40s if he's still playing.
And he's not even in this squad. Like,
oh, that's a massive shame.
Yeah, I mean, the one positive you can look at this squad would be Yuri Tielemans, who'll be 27 at the time.
Yeah, you just don't see the options elsewhere.
Yeah,
like, this was their golden generation.
And I don't know much.
There's not. It doesn't seem like there's as much in terms of the quality department in their younger players.
Like they have like one or two good coming players is coming through. Obviously, you got Jeremy Doku at Rennes, who's only 19 years old. He's doing really well. Timothy Castagne's 25, again, good upcoming player. So, yeah. Good players.
They've got to do well. They'll be lucky to win it.
Yeah.
I just wonder if Roberto Martinez is potentially the reason they don't. He's exactly known for being a massive winner. Bar an FA Cup with Wigan. He hasn't...
Which was just pure luck, really.
Hey, I thought it was quality. Difficult one with Belgium. If they turn up, beat the quality teams, they do it.
Yeah. I think there is the chance of them not doing anything, and it wouldn't surprise me. Right. Who are you having as your biggest overachievers at this tournament then? Like, who you think is going to be the surprise team?
Or in other words, the dark horses, because you put Italy in the favourites, I put them in the dark horses category. Just purely because the unknown quantity, as we said.
Yeah.
The other ones I would put in there, and I wrote down 4 other teams, but one I'm now slightly unsure. I put the Netherlands in there. Slightly regretting it. Because think about it, they have been slightly boring to watch, and they managed by a guy who couldn't even get a single point at Crystal Palace.
I mean, he was only given 4 games, but still.
Like, you know the Netherlands better than I do.
Yeah.
Like, how is this team shaping up?
It's on paper, it's good, and there's a lot of. I think people have the belief that they can go far, but at the same time, I think it's a lot of outside press that aren't expecting them to do well. Many in the camp believe like the ball can lead them to success, but it's whether they will do. I mean, obviously, the big miss for them is obviously Virgil van Dijk, who said he's not obviously at this tournament as he's recovering from the tournament, but from his injury. But
are there not now concerns for Matthias de Ligt as well? I saw something the other day as when we were recording that he might be a worry. I think it's what injury it was, but was a leg injury or something.
But I mean, looking at who say if Delict can't play in this first game, you've got Nathan Ake, who could play there, who will be there. Stefan de Vrij, Owen Wijndal, who's a very good young defender, AZ Alkmaar. You've got Daley Blind that can play in centre back. Denzel Dumfries, who could probably slot in as well. Like, they've got good players coming through, but looking outside of... Go on.
I'd seen stuff that they may potentially look for a 5 at the back, which, you know, you look at still look at the attacking quality of the Netherlands team, that'd be a bit shocking, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, they've got good players. I don't know how well they're going to do coming through. It's going to be very interesting.
It's a weird one with them as well, because they're a bit similar to Italy. They didn't get to the World Cup. Were they even at the last Euros?
Yeah. I don't think they were.
Because they've really been bad the last few years. They've needed a major rebuild, and they've just messed it up every time.
Yeah, I mean, looking at my notes here, it's their first tournament since 2014, which they had a really good World Cup. And the next bit I said is they've been very inconsistent since then, which perfectly sums them up, doesn't it?
Yeah,
very inconsistent, but
are very Dutch. They couldn't even call up Anwar Al Ghazi. What were they thinking?
But yeah, I think it's going to be, like you say, them, Italy, Germany, they all fall into the same. They've got the potential to go and win it, but at the same time, there's the potential to be massive underdogs or fail massively.
I disagree massively on the Netherlands winning the whole tournament. I don't see that happening whatsoever.
I don't see it happening, but there is the potential for them to do that. They've got good quality players, and they could shock everyone, but it's unlikely.
Unlikely being the stronger word. I'd play that.
Yes.
But I would say who I would also put in the underdog category, who I think could have a surprising tournament. So I have three teams for this one. I'm going to start with Poland. I'll look at their group. It's a nice group. Spain being the only real challenge. We don't really know what Spain team's going up. We've not put them in favourites.
No.
And we only put them in dark horses. We're just not rating this Spain team as much.
No.
If Lewandowski turns up and he can make everyone else around him just better, they could have a pretty strong tournament.
Yeah, I mean, Lewandowski's coming off the back of a record-breaking season for Bayern Munich. Yeah, but I know what you're saying. They could be a very good underdog team, or dark horse, whatever you want to call it.
Maybe just above underdogs, considering the other teams I've got written down.
Yeah, I think they could potentially do something, but at the same time, it wouldn't surprise me if they do. Because if you think back to the 2018 World Cup, they got knocked out at the group stages, and I don't think their squad's too dissimilar from that World Cup, if I remember back correctly. So there's not too much changes, but
let's be honest, Lewandowski's improved so much dramatically as a player since then.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But as much as he could do on his own, he will need others around him to step up.
Oh, 100%. Who else you got in that boat then?
Okay, now I'm fully into the underdogs category because I would give a full shout for Scotland. Yeah,
I mean, it's a good squad. There's promise in that squad. I mean, McGinn, Shea Adams, McTominay, Tierney. Like, it's a very good squad, and I think they could do quite well. But I think if they were in the Netherlands group, because we said that Netherlands group is the weakest, I think you'd be looking at them getting quite far. And how we've done it in our predictions league, which you can go check out as well on our channel, we've got them somehow going really far.
We may have messed up.
They do have the potential to go quite far in this tournament, and I don't think there's any expectations for them, is there?
Not really.
Realistically,
it's good for Scottish people. Just being there is nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's their first major tournament in 23 years. It's just going to be... They're there. Like, no one's expecting them to go out and win this tournament. but it could be a very good, and I think that's
not everyone.
The benefit. yeah, I think that's the benefit they have over this England squad is the English media have hyped up England to win this tournament or go extremely far, where Scotland have that. No one's really talking about them, and they do have the quality of players to go quite far in the tournament.
And I fully believe they'll be fired up for this.
Oh yeah,
nothing to lose. Go out there, enjoy it. They'll still be slightly boring. Steve Clarke is a very defensive manager.
Yeah,
but they should just have that mentality of we're here. Let's just do it.
100%.
Can I put another team in that same boat as Scotland, and that is the big tournament first timers, North Macedonia.
Do you think they're going to have a good tournament then?
If we say good tournament to them is getting out the group.
Yeah, and obviously with this new system, they can do.
And they're in that Group C, which offers a chance for them.
Yeah, we said it's the weakest group tournament. I mean, there's themselves, Austria, Ukraine, and the Netherlands.
It's that damn result against Germany, and it's made people think. It's made me think.
Yeah, I mean, it's their first major tournament as North Macedonia, because formerly as Yugoslavia, they have been in previous tournaments where the last time they did that was in 1992, where they got disqualified.
So nice fact to insult them with.
Yes. Well, if you go back 2 years previously, they finished in 5th place at the 1990 World Cup, as again Yugoslavia rather than North Macedonia itself. Yeah, I think they do have the potential to shock a few people and get quite far if they turn up.
The man that the streets do not forget, Goran Pandev, is carrying them in this tournament.
Yeah, and I think Johnny Alioski of Leeds United as well. I think he will have a good tournament.
Being nice to North Macedonia.
Yeah. Okay, on to who we think could be the biggest underachiever.
So this is where I ruined myself a little bit. Because slowly put them as dark horses. I think Netherlands potentially have that.
Yeah.
But I guess the main one, it's the one we've not even gone in depth on, and that's Spain.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's because of the last 2 tournaments. They haven't got past the round of 16.
Yeah, and they've both gone out to their weak teams. Russia might have been the hosts, but they should have beaten them.
Oh, 100%. The fact that we haven't talked about them until now, it just shows that no one's, Austria especially, aren't expecting anything from them. I don't know whether many have got them down as like favourite or doing far. Like, it's a good squad.
It's a young. There's newer players in there, so we don't know how they're going to come across. Obviously, no Real Madrid players in there. It's the first time they've not had Piqué or Ramos.
Yeah,
like this is a new era. That golden generation where they just won everything. People talk about them as the best team ever. It's gone.
Yeah, and yeah, I just don't think this Spain squad will do really. Like, at the same point, I think on the predictions league, we've got them to come out of their group in 2nd place. But at the same time, it wouldn't surprise me if this Spain squad finished bottom of this group.
Wow.
Like, they have that potential to do that.
That's the boldest thing you've said so far in this podcast. Wow, Spain could finish bottom.
They could do that. That's the thing. Is that Spain? You don't know what Spain will turn up in tournaments, and they have the potential to finish bottom of that group, and everyone will be like, "What on earth has gone on here?"
There's a lot of angry Spaniards potentially listening to this podcast, on it.
Yeah. I think Portugal again.
So you're the only one who's not rating this Portugal team.
They've got good. I think it's just pure luck how they've done, winning the Euros last time out.
It's such a different team now. That they don't rely on Ronaldo as much, or they don't need to.
Yeah, there's just something in me in this thinking this Portugal squad isn't that good. Like, as a team, like player wise, they're fantastic, but there's just something about it. I don't know. That's not filling me with confidence that they can go far or do something special, and that's why I think realistically you got to say anything from not getting to the final is a massive failure for them.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I think they should be setting this out the aim of the semis. Depends how the schedules work.
I think Croatia could potentially fall into that category as well as big underachievers.
I don't know about that. I think people still have that expectation of they're there.
I mean, they finished second at the World Cup.
That was like underdog levels of just wow. How were they there?
Yeah, I mean, the furthest they've ever got in a year is quarterfinals in 1996 and in 2008. There's just something again, a bit like Portugal, where it's a good squad, but at the same time, it wouldn't surprise me if they had a poor tournament.
You've come to with some bold claims in this.
Yeah.
Should we go through? I didn't know. Carry on. I didn't know.
I was just going to lead on to who you're thinking top goal scorer will be for the tournament.
Tough one, isn't it? Well, there's obviously so many options could be there. Do we back Harry Kane to match his World Cup?
Could potentially do that.
Could Karim Benzema carry on his league form?
Potentially.
Does Ronaldo actually turn up properly in a major tournament?
No.
Or do we have a complete outsider? It's a tough one.
Could Lewandowski win it and continue his incredible year? That's the thing. You can't write off Lewandowski here.
It's a tough one. But I would go. I'd go Lewandowski now that you've said it. It's a Poland team that's going to rely heavily on him adding the goals, and I think he'll score a few. Well, he's got 5 in him, innit?
Yeah. For me, it's a toss-up between him and Harry Kane for the Golden Boot.
What a battle.
Yes, that would be incredible to watch.
Admittedly, I'd still probably back Mbappe as well. But he gets himself in there.
Yeah, I think he can score a good few goals, but it's that group stage where I think it's such a hard group to decipher.
Yeah. Like until we see it in action, it's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah. Right, what was you going to go on to next then?
I was going to move on to the ones to watch. Like, who are the players we should be keeping an eye on?
Okay, we'll go through each group and we'll just name a couple. Group A, I think you got to look at Federico Chiesa in that Italy squad.
It's a heavy Italy, like in terms of players type. I think Turkey have got Burak Yilmaz as well, who was very key for Lille.
Yeah. Also, what Hakan Çalhanoğlu turns up because he had an all right year. With
and considering he's now available on a free, he'll probably want to impress a few people.
Yeah.
Even if it does just lead to a big money move to Abu Dhabi.
Yeah. Switzerland, again, they have a few players that could do decent, but I'm not expecting too much from them out of that group.
But we should be expecting, if Xherdan Shaqiri is obviously in the squad, is he going to score his usual tournament banger? It's just come to mind.
I think it will be against Wales whenever they play them. So, if you want to hedge a bet on that, then Xherdan Shaqiri to score any time against Wales is my offer.
Okay. For you. I wouldn't encourage listening to us, but
no,
we don't call it good gambling advice.
No,
just gamble responsibly. That's all I say.
Yes, the only two is gamble responsibly and make sure you're of age. And when the fun stops, stop.
We're not sponsored. Like, what are you saying?
Yeah, but it's good to make sure people don't overbet, especially with a major tournament coming up like this. You never know, someone might. Group B, you got to look at Lukaku having a great year.
He's all right.
Inter Milan. Bruyne, once he's back after his little facial injury that he suffered at the Champions League final.
Getting his eye put back in.
Yeah. Yuri Tielemans, I'm expecting fully to ball out in this tournament.
You forgot one.
Who?
The real striker that's going to lead them all the way.
Benteke.
Yep. He's got to come through. But he's on that pitch. Just you wait.
If he gets onto the pitch. Elsewhere, I think looking at Denmark, Pierre-Emil Højbjerg, Christian Eriksen, Kasper Dolberg, I think they could all have good tournaments for Denmark.
And Michael's do alright as well.
Yeah, and I think the other two teams is going to be too hard to really say. Finland will obviously be hoping Timo Pukki will have a good tournament. Hradecki, their goalkeeper, and then the Russian side, probably Alexander Golovin and Denis Cheryshev.
Yeah.
To me, they had really good tournaments previously, so they could be ones to watch there. Over in Group C, Netherlands, Ukraine, Austria, and North Macedonia.
We pretty much said it with the Netherlands name, didn't we?
Yeah, I think if you look at Austria now, you've got Marcel Sabitzer in there, David Alaba, of course, who's set to move to Real Madrid this summer, Marko Arnautovic as well. So it's a squad that's got good potential.
Yeah, I think so. It's not in terms of Ukraine. There isn't massive standouts. Oh, is Zinchenko going to step up?
Yeah.
I know there's a lot around the young player Kalevsky,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know too much on him.
And then you've got obviously
North Macedonia, Goran Pandev's Red Army.
Yeah, and Alioski as well.
And the real group. The real group D.
Group D, I mean, we spoke to death about Harry Kane for England. You've got this whole England squad is practically one to watch because they could. Yeah,
it's full of really players that have a chance to cement themselves.
Yeah.
Are they the real deal?
Mm.
And obviously, top of that tree is Jack Grealish.
If he gets a game.
Finally on the European stage. Time to shine. But not too much because, we need you back for training.
If he gets a game.
Like, if he doesn't, then it's obviously criminal.
But wouldn't surprise me with Gareth Southgate.
I also want to put Phil Foden in the list because this is his chance to have the Wayne Rooney 2004-esque tournament.
Yeah.
Like, you just had a great season with which you got named, but then it was that Euros tournament that just blew you up.
Mm. But, I mean, he won't be having a move after that. Scotland, we said McGinn, Tierney, Stuart Armstrong, I think is one to watch massively because I think he's underrated massively.
He's a little bit Southampton.
Yeah, I think he's such a good player.
Che Adams has got a lot to show.
Yeah. Then on to the Czech Republic, you got Thomas Souček, Sofian Kufau in that team. Patrick Schick up front. Some good players in that team.
It's a solid team. It's whether they fully turn up, as they may have that potential to do, but we don't know until we see.
Group E now: Spain, Sweden, Poland, Slovakia. Spanish side. It's one of them. Their whole squad could be ones to watch because you don't know what to expect from them.
Mm-hmm. Maybe this Spain team is going to do okay or incredibly shit.
Yeah, there's no in between.
So that was a Pedri.
Yeah, Thiago Alcantara. What Alvaro Morata shows up as well.
I think we know which Alvaro Morata is going to show up.
Well, yeah.
Obviously, we said Lewandowski. Poland.
Yeah, for Poland.
Slovakia, they've still got Marek Hamsik.
Yep.
And Sweden, it's tough to say they've lost their best man.
Yeah, but I think this could be a good tournament for Kuleveski. I think he could be Sweden's standout player in this tournament. Group F now.
Take your pick.
That whole France squad.
Whole France team.
Yeah.
Whole attacking Portugal lineup.
Yeah.
Any German player except Timo Werner.
Because he's just going to be offside. And
he's going to be in a different venue.
And Hungary, I think you got to look at Salashai. Willie Orban could have a good tournament.
That was missing Bolshoi, which is a big miss from him.
Yeah.
Actually, with the Germans, can I had one player who I think is sort of a constant unknown who could turn up if he gets the game on. That's Jamal Musiala.
Yeah, only 18 years old. Decided to play for Germany instead of England. He's got 2 caps already for their team, and yeah, I think he could be. He has the potential if he plays a good few games and Germany go well. I think he has the potential to be a young player of the tournament.
Man took one look at Gareth Southgate and thought, I ain't having any of that.
Yes. Yeah, good picks. Anything else we may have missed for this preview, or is that everything?
It's everything in my book. I'm just pumped for the Euros, even if it doesn't sound too much like it.
What, 4 days away now?
4 days from time of recording, yes.
Yep. So
I forget Turkey, Italy, is that 8 o'clock?
Yeah, 8 o'clock on Friday evening. The only game on Friday.
That is in Italy, isn't it?
I'm going to say yes, but I have no
it's either Turkey
idea.
or Italy. Oh,
I believe it is in, what do you call it? Italy.
it's going to be Istanbul or Rome, isn't it?
I believe it's Rome, which is weird because they're technically the away side, Italy.
Yeah, it's the Stadio Olimpico, it's Rome.
Yeah. So, although it's their home nation, they're not classed as the home team for this tie, as far as I'm aware. It's a very...
It's in Italy.
Yeah, it's in, like you say, Rome, but Turkey are the home team in this game.
Yeah. But the stadium will still be full of Italians. Like, I'm not sure what the COVID guidelines are different for different countries, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
But literally, from what I've seen in the European leagues, they're quite lenient. Unlike us, like we were very late into it in this country.
Oh, 100% we were. But it's going to be interesting to see. And 4 days away, that's all we have as time of recording, that is. Yeah. And at least we don't have ages to wait till the next major tournament, as that's just over 12 months away. But yeah, make sure... It's also the Men's World Cup as well.
Well, that's technically a year and a half. Less than that, but...
but still, we've got the Euros. Let's focus on that. Nothing else. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter as well, so you'll never miss out on any of the Euro content that we post and anything else. And you are turning on post notification as well to our YouTube channel, because we will be trying to get out daily content around this Euro competition. Till then, it's goodbye from me and goodbye from Brad.
It's well and truly coming home. Dread it.
We'll see you soon.